Hoping to make it big as a YouTube sensation, creator Zenonaki attempted to launch a new series capitalizing on the Halloween season, titled Night 31. For this year, the focus was placed on the late 2000s Animal Planet program Lost Tapes, in which he would review the series' top 31 episodes, premiering a segment each night of October. These are his tapes. Following the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, Professor Diane Chasney travels to the Honey Island swamp to examine alligator populations. Accompanying her is her nephew, Ethan, who is completely out of his element. Right away, an alligator eats the backpack containing their map, GPS, compass, etc. Thankfully, they're not lost for very long as they run into a local fisherman by the name of Bud Ray, who agrees to help them. Also, the date this episode takes place on actually was Friday the 13th. I checked. So, this episode gives us a lot of information about the Honey Island Swamp, a massive marshland located on the eastern part of Louisiana. Or, the toe part, if you would. We also learn a bit about reptiles like snakes and alligators, and how they're very protective of their eggs. I sure hope the gang doesn't stumble upon any eggs. Oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, I sure hope those eggs specifically weren't laid by an alleged 7-foot-tall bipedal monster believed to be half man, half alligator. Okay, so let's talk about this episode's baddie, the Honey Island Swamp Monster. The earliest report of the monster was in 1963 by a man named Harlan Ford. Later in 1974, Ford discovered some unusual footprints, and following his death in 1980, a reel of footage possibly showing the monster was found in his belongings. Of course, all evidence coming from one guy suggests he made it up, but further reports of the monster have persisted among locals. Many report it to be a creature very similar to Bigfoot, with gray hair and yellow eyes. One legend says that a circus train derailed, releasing a small population of chimpanzees into the swamp, which either adapted into the Sasquatch-type monster or, more impossibly, cross-mated with local alligators to create a half-reptilian monster. This episode definitely leans on the idea that the monster is reptilian, you know, what with the eggs and such. The only things supporting this idea are the footprints discovered by Ford, which showed 3 toes. This would have been unusual for primates or hominids, which have 5 toes. This episode also brings up the Latish of Native American folklore, which were human children raised by alligators. This myth has made its way into local Cajun folklore, but is still distinct from the Honey Island Swamp Monster. Anyway, I've gone on for far too long. This is a decent and spooky episode, and Bud Ray might be my favorite random character in the series.
Oh my god!